Hey guys, what's going on? It's Talk Forest TV. Back again with the Talk Forest news. It is second one of the day. We are getting quite interesting in terms of the transfer news. It's getting to a stage where what happened. Obviously the Matchcast don't seem to wanna. Obviously, boys are getting quite funny with the role funny with Matty Cash. Obviously, it does seem to be getting to a stage where boys are talking about Matty Cash, about the links for him going everywhere with Fulham, with Villa, with Sheffield United, with Southampton, with West Ham. We've got something to get the link on tonight with Winner. Fulham reported apparently that they are set to put in the bid within the next 24 hours for the Matty Cash. Unsure of the bid. Apparently Sheffield United had a $12 million bid rejected last week for him. So I do feel like that things are getting there. I'm getting that. There we go. They get quite so again tonight. Deborah saying hi. Good evening. Hope you well. Terence Lad Taylor looked like it could be possibly coming to us. It looks like it. So, I mean, I did post that the other week saying that we weren't interested in neither Taylor or Colback. Obviously, Colback came, and now Star Sports are talking about the whole Lyle Taylor one now. So it is sounding like that we are in for him. I'm sure if he was plan A or plan B or plan C, but it sounds like that we are in for the Lyle Taylor. So I do think it will be a steady signing to be fair. In the lead, he scored goals and probably put in the best championship performance against us in Long Round and City Ground. So it does sound like that. I've been told getting that link out. We are on live on Team Yard again. But it does look like that. Like Taylor, we are in touch with him. I mean, I had a tweet just before I came on there suggesting that that we weren't going to go in for him, and that that he is going to the Man. So apparently, quite a few clubs are after him, but only Star Sports saying that we are actually interested in him. So it is quite good. We are live for six people. I'm going to try to get this link out, but since that YouTube's not allowing it tonight for some sort of reason, we just got that. You know, the senior chat is that you want to come on and give us funny. There was some man like Dan uploading every 30 minutes. Oh, man like me, though, you know me. This is my first video today, Mr. Dore. As you know. Actually, fourth, actually, this one, but but I would, you know me, I'm always on the ball with the banter and all that. Obviously, you uploaded it in today about the room shirt. Advertisement for you. I do want some money for it. But we have got the seen our link out in the chat. But I'm going to get on it with Matty Cash. Obviously, Fulham, Villa, Sheffield United, Southampton, West Ham, AC Milan, all interested in the striker. Striker. Right back. Why am I saying striker? Been a long day. Obviously, Forest apparently want 50 million. Paul Taylor said that as well. No one came there. Obviously, Luke Freeman with Sheffield United. Forest might want to try and get a deal in with Luke Freeman and some cash for Matty Cash. Matty Cash. Obviously, Fulham set to put in a bid in the next 48 hours. Unsure of the bid. Obviously, they were off money. I'm surprised they're actually going in for Matty Cash, actually, to be fair, even though they got that Right. Then you got that youngster in Stephen Sessignon. You're meant to be class as well, so I'm surprised that Fulham are coming in for a bid and or even actually interested in him. So um, I'm surprised in that. And obviously with Luke Freeman, obviously Forest were interested in him in January. Um, Obviously he's still on our list. Sabi wants another left-footed midfielder, and they obviously have got Jack Cole back in, but we imagine that he will be playing that holding role, the Ben Watson role, as I call it. Obviously the banter on Dorna, yes. But hopefully Ben Watson does stay. I've said this, and I do feel like that. With Luke Freeman will give us that different option in that midfield to what Sal gives, to what Yates gives, to what Silver gives, and Carvalho, if Carvalho does actually stay, it does feel like that Luke Freeman will offer that promotion experience, that championship experience, that thing, and especially with Sam Bassal's not being as reliable and match fit as he is probably our best midfielder, but with him not being as match fit as that we what do you want? It's one of them ones where I feel like if I was going for a Luke Freeman, it gives that little bit more thingy in midfield, and then it might even feel Silver and Carvalho to play that little bit more forward. And if we do keep Ben Watson, who knows, he might even play Carvalho and Silver in that number 10. Kieran Swedor don't get any. Swedor don't do any live videos. We're doing comments out there. So I do feel like with Matty Cash, with Luke Freeman as well, that if Sheffield United do want to do a deal, then, or if they want to do it separate, then fair play on them. So I do feel like that if I was want to do something in with Luke Freeman's part of the deal, then fair enough. If they do want cash, then we go in for Matty Cash, then fair enough. So it's quite a weird one. I do feel like, to be fair with Sheffield United, unless it depends if Sheffield United want to do business. I mean, if I was to say we want 30 million plus Luke Freeman, that's your deal. If we don't take it, then we won't have Matty Cash though. But Matty Cash has said that he wants to help Forest. We are shouted that, so that way I do feel like on that. With Southampton, West Ham, low Premier League clubs. I'm surprised about West Ham because they've got that Fredericks at right back. They've got another youngster coming through that is meant to be decent. So why would you go in for Matty Cash? I mean, I know West Ham are struggling for money, so they have to raise funds before they actually even be able to spend. So I do feel like West Ham might not even be a possibility, but football's a funny game. So Southampton, fair enough. They've not had the best of seasons. I mean, defensively they need to improve and all that. But why would Mike Cash go down that far, especially away from his family? So it's one of them ones where I do, especially with like Fulham and West Ham. Why would you move down south knowing that your family up north in Midlands? So I couldn't really see that one going off. Villa, obviously, Villa's just gonna keep on being linked to all our places, especially Joe Lally. I know someone tried sorting that Joe Lally bidding the last week I think it was. Can't see Joe Lally doing any movement and all that. So I do think that if Villa do come in for him, then they must be desperate, or obviously the recruitment was really bad last month. So get your comments coming in about the amount of cash one. That I do feel like with that and all that. Luke Freeman obviously with Sheffield United, if they don't want to play fair with Matt Cash, then fair enough, we won't do that, but we do want Luke Freeman. So if I do meet that asking price for Luke Freeman, then fair enough. Tyler Blackett, obviously this one came out around half 12, 1 o'clock today actually. It was a French reporter, apparently he was on his way to America to sign for an MLS club. I'm not actually sure which MLS club it was. Can't remember top of my head, but it does feel like that. This reporting for reliable. Obviously, I imagine that you want to stay in England unless you want a big money move to the States and actually live the life. So he can play centre half, he can play left back, which offers that bit of depth that Forest do need. And I'm put that video up on Dore just to see if he comments that. But I do feel like with Tyler Blackett, it does give that bit of a depth that we do need, especially if we are going to let players like Hef and Danny Lune go. And obviously with Bond not being the greatest, that probably be match fitness with Bond. It do give that bit of strength and depth that we probably have missed at first on that left side. It is left foot as well, so it is funny. I know they have let the cross country as well, they have to be clear with Tyler Blackett. So, but Tyler Blackett will give that bit of experience and everything that we do need at the club. So, I do feel like that it will be a very interesting one to say the least with Tyler Blackett. So it's how you going on about it with that one? Do you feel like Tyler Blackett will improve Forest? Will he actually give that good strength and depth that we do need? And he has championship experience, so it's quite an interesting one. Deborah, how are you doing? I'm feeling fine. Hope you're well. Obviously, getting through this long list. Obviously, after the list on things to talk about tonight, so I'm not mumbling on. And Lyle Taylor, Sky Sports House. I know I was speaking about this earlier briefly, but I'm going to go into it a lot more depth. Sky Sports News have reported suggesting that we are interested in Lyle Taylor and that we are in talks with him. I know a lot of people was retweeting my tweet last night saying that apparently I put that we weren't interested in him. Well, that what I was told a few weeks ago that we weren't. Obviously, Forest plans must have changed because of Plan A, Plan B not working, and that we are back in for Lyle Taylor. Obviously, Celtic and Rangers both signing strikers, so it looks like that they aren't going for him, and he's a experienced champion striker that probably he has scored goals. And if we do go in for him, would it be he'd be a backup striker, or would he be a part of a new formation that Sabio is probably looking on to try in pre-season? Who knows? But I know Sabio does work to the strength of the team of what formation can you play. Could we play a 4-4-2? Could play a diamond? Could play a lot more different? Who knows? Do comments coming in? But it just does sound like that Lyle Taylor could be a very interesting signing for me to refer. And I'm actually going to beat this half an hour for though. So, yeah, I do feel like Lyle Taylor could be a very good one. Jacob Murphy, this one came right just as I walked into a fair. Jacob Murphy is being interested by Middlesbrough, by Forest, Sheffield Wednesday as well, for a loan move. Talking to my pal 24/7, who a couple of lads that I do keep in touch with, they're saying that he is good enough for the Championship standard, but they might not think that he is Premier League standard, and that Forest could, if it does come to Forest, it would be a very good signing for them. His Championship experience as well, so it would feel like that it would fit in, and he knows the lead. And like I always said, that Forest have been interested in getting a winger in this summer transfer window just to strengthen, especially with Albert. I don't know if he does go, and if and it's not like, yeah, we have got Martin, we have got the Costa who can play in wins, but they're probably not like out and out wingers, not like your Lollies and the Amiobi. So I do feel like that Jacob Murphy would fit that winger sort of profile where in what we probably do need in the Championship. You can beat players, you can score goals, you can put crosses in. So it probably would feel like Jacob Murphy could fit that sort of way that Xavi wants to play and how he wants to push things on. Would he improve for us? I'd probably say he would improve for us because he knows how to go up in this league. He would know how he would be able to. He would give competition to Lolly and Mowbray, in which they do need. No disrespect to them, but they're not really had that much competition in playing last season because them two just win their front three. And yeah, fair enough, Ardoma didn't push to get in, but it does feel like that. Jacob Murphy will push them to the limit of, yeah, I want to play every week, you're not. So that I do feel like about Jacob Murphy. Tyler Walker, this one just not going to go away as well. Tyler Walker is apparently wanted by Coventry, and Coventry Telegraph feel like they are in a strong position. If they do go in for him, that they could get him. Peterborough, Lincoln, Coventry all interested in the striker. Obviously, we had a good news about Lincoln, so if Lincoln are interested in him, they could even bring him back. But Coventry Telegraph do feel like that they could actually get in Tyler in, so it does feel like that. They could feel like that they could offer Tyler something else that Lincoln and Peterborough couldn't. Obviously, I spoke about it this morning in the morning show, Talk Forest News, that we're not in for Ivan Tony, but obviously there has been a bid accepted for him to go somewhere else. So it does feel like that they're looking for a striker, and Peter will feel like Tyler Rutter can actually fill that role that many strikers that Peterborough has. But obviously, we've not got the best relationship with Peterborough's chairman anyway, so it will be an interesting one. Obviously, that's been news about the fixtures, the Carabao Cup. Fixture release going to be next Friday at 9 o'clock. It does feel like that things are starting to progress. Obviously, the league season will be starting on the 12th of September. The Carabao Cup, 18th of the draw will be on the 18th of August, and that could be played 5th, possibly even before, especially with international breaks and all that. So it does feel like that. The Carabao Cup will be kicking off, and if Forest do progress, it will be near enough. The first 4 rounds will be back to back near enough, with the league season playing on the Saturday. Then the league season will be picking up from then, especially with Forest playing Saturday, Tuesday. But there will be 13 league midweek games this season. That not without the Carabao Cup, so it could be quite fancy. The first 2 months, it could be quite a few games in there. It could be like Saturday, Tuesday, Sunday, Wednesday, which I'm expecting to refer. And we probably won't know anything about if we're allowed back in the grounds as well. So it does feel like that they are getting things done for the 12th of September, but it feels like it is a rush. Obviously, with Carabao Cup being the 18th, and we could potentially be playing them just before the international break, and they normally are like the 7th, 8th now. So depending on how the FL are about it and how league clubs are, they could even be playing the reserves, so which would be unfair on the first team because most of them will be on international break and that they won't have the match fitness that they should be. So I think the FL will have to think about that and think, oh, could we do the FL Cup a week before and actually get players to actually get some minutes, and then the EFL can't even say to clubs, "Oh, you play reserves, we're going to fan you." So it does feel like that. The EFL really needs to say, "Yeah, we're paying it that week," and not say 5th of September, probably because of ABC. So it will be a very interesting one, to say the least, on the Carabao Cup. So, obviously, we've spoken about all that, but the main thing is the rumours about Matt Cash not going to go. There are going to be more press releases between now and October when the transfer window does finish. Like Shadow Dart, Luke Freeman, Tyler Blackett, Lau Taylor, we are interested in. So it will be a very interesting one. We have got 4.5 at the minute, so thumbs up to you four. Good comments coming in, as per usual. I'm trying something new here. That might be just when I do get the upgrade on that. But obviously, we are still getting used to this stream yard in terms of how it goes and all that. I'm going to finish that again just before I do tomorrow. Obviously, want to come live, there's the link. It is in the chat. We're all up to 7 people watching it live. Want to come around and share you through, do you do so? We have spoken about Matt Cash, we have spoken about the fun and putting in the bid. We have spoken about Luke Freeman and that Club Forest putting a single bid in for him or trying to tie it into the Matty Cash deal. We have spoken about Tyler Blackett and how we are in from a French reporter. Lau Taylor, obviously, that news spoke in this past hour saying that we are finna Jacob Murphy, Tyler Walker, and Fitch List. And Deborah, where do you find all this information out there? I do my research and all that. I do ask my contact as well. I do my work throughout the day as well. And that sometimes I don't finish till around 10, 11 o'clock because I'm always on it in terms of getting that news, getting that rumour, getting this, getting that. So it's never ever ending for Talk Forest TV. It could start early in the morning and could finish really late. So it is quite a busy day normally for the channel, but I do find lots of stuff on Facebook, Twitter, my contact. So it can be a very busy day in terms of Talk Forest TV. So, but yeah, we are sponsored by Lucasade. But yeah, do drop your comments in as per usual. I've covered quite a lot tonight, actually, to be fair. There'll probably be something going off when I come off air. Normally is to be fair, or when I post something, there normally is a story that does fly around, which never ever surprises me, to be fair. But it's a big one. If I come live with me, that's the stream as well. We have got Super Chat going as well, so it will help the channel massively if you do use Super Chat and do put something towards it as well. But it is quite a busy one in terms of Forest. It sounds like things are starting to heat up now in terms of transfers, in terms of who we are after, who are being linked, which is true, not true. The fixtures and all that. Obviously, we will be reporting on the fixture list and all that as per usual. The Carabao Cup when it comes out next week. So it will always be a busy one. And hopefully, football will be back next month, and we will be doing our usual preview shows. So it's quite a good one, but obviously, it's quite feeling quite busy day in terms of Forest links and all that. And it will always will be We do. But I do feel like that if Forest need to do something, then they need to really up it. I do feel like because so I do feel like that if Forest do want to start to debt transfer, then they need to start to do it early doors because if we do that, then we will definitely send a big massive thingy out to the lead that we're Forest, we are actually up for it. So I do feel like if Forest can actually do the business, then start to do the business early, so we can actually make sure that we can get the signings in, and actually, if we are after Jacob Murphy, if we are after Lau Taylor, Luke Freeman, Tyler Blackett, get the jobs done early and actually get them in the door and actually build them. Yeah, Forest are back in training next Monday, and it's only like 2 weeks before the season actually starts, especially if we start with the Carabao Cup early. So we are going to Scotland as well, apparently, for the pre-season tour. I didn't think that would go out. Quite surprised we're going to Scotland, especially with COVID-19 rising in Aberdeen and parts of Celtic. So it's quite a surprising one, personally. But hopefully that Forest don't do anything daft between now and then, and actually some of the players do get tested. And imagine that Forest are doing the daily checks and what players are doing, and actually looking at what they are doing in terms of are they aboard, or like after going to a place where they have R rates and all that. So I imagine that Forest are doing some sort of work in terms of that. So hopefully that Forest are doing some good work now, and obviously the players will keep themselves fit anyway. We've seen on Matty Cash. Oh, dear me, I needed the Netflix. Obviously, Forest will keep on doing the hard work and all that. So hopefully that when they do come to it, that we won't be behind on training fitness, and that place they all got to do is put that effort in training and match practice. Sam Champlin heard Messi joining. I thought I'd get a message coming tonight. I had about the Felix one earlier from couple of people off the page, and it took me a while just to click on that. It weren't true. Obviously, Class 4 South here, Bellyfield, um, so it does feel like that. It's one of them ones where I do think Messi will never ever join because it's passing through. So I just think that that one just going to be a rumor where I feel like it's just not gonna let go. So um, it's just daft actually. I do think that I just think it's a daft one that apparently infamous, but it's a nice joke one to say that we are after Messi, but nah. I heard that one quite a few times from people. Oh, where do you sit? I do sit in Lower Bisford, and none of you don't see my when I do videos on YouTube, MLK or Mulligan or something. I do sit in Lower Bisford. That way I do base right up front row. Um, Most games I've been there quite a while now, actually. To be fair, I imagine that you ever do see me loads Bisford. I've been there. It'll be my first season there, so I've been there quite a while. So I do enjoy it, and that it is good atmosphere. Um, so that way I do sit September. It's quite right down there, and I do feel like there's quite a lot of banter between A Block and the way fans from where I sit. Because I sit near enough right down in middle or low Brisbane, so it is quite all right. So it's really good, and I'm coming up to that half an hour mark. But hopefully Forest can do a job with all these transfers, and that's friendship